Got Billy Medlock here, Bluegrass International Trucks in London, Kentucky. Got another little truck tip for you all today. We're not going to get into anything major, just some basic steering components and proper ways of correctly identifying them. That way when you come to get your parts, we'll get you the correct part. Naturally, most everybody knows what I'm going to be talking about here, but I just want to bring it up anyway. But we got naturally the steering gearbox. One big question is people all the time asking, when am I supposed to grease the steering gearbox? How many times a year? Do I do that on a D service? Do I do it whenever? The answer is never. You never grease that steering gearbox. It is put in there mainly for when they build these things from the factory. They'll put that in there so they can grease. It gets to the sector shaft, worm gears and everything. But you have power steering fluid, which most of your diesel engines is 15W40, most I'll say. So what actually Shepherd recommends doing is taking the grease fitting out, putting a plug in it, or putting silicone in it. If you do put silicone in it, don't get carried away. Just stop the hole up. But you do not need to grease it. If you grease it and grease starts coming out at this point, you've pretty much blew your pitman shaft seal out, and then you're going to have a leak. So you got a pitman arm here coming directly off your steering gear, pitman arm going directly down to the drag link. Drag link goes from pitman arm to your steering knuckle. A lot of people gets a little bit confused on what to call certain things, so that gets them the incorrect parts when they come in to order them. So drag link from steering gear, from pitman arm to steering knuckle. Okay, the bar that goes across, that is not a drag link. That's not called the long drag link. That is a tie rod assembly. That's a tie rod, naturally. And again, most people know this, but I just want to make sure that you guys tell the parts guys the correct thing that you do need. And then naturally on each end you have a tie rod end, of course. So tie rod assembly, tie rod end, steering knuckle, drag link, pitman arm, and sector shaft. Steering gearbox, again, do not grease that grease fitting. You should never need to grease the grease fitting. Even when they come, if you get a renewed steering gearbox, it's going to already be pre-lubed. So you do not need to ever grease that again after that factory lube. Another thing a lot of people don't know about, when you're changing a steering gearbox, very important to change your power steering reservoir filter. A lot of people don't know they're there. Most vehicles do have these, right? It doesn't matter whether it's a car, pickup, or big truck. It's very important if you change that, especially doing a gearbox, because of warranty. If you put that box on and the filter is restricted, then it can cause a steering gearbox failure and could void the warranty. So change that. And there's some other details that I want to mention. A lot of customers puts these on and they'll put them on in their backyard or wherever, and not knowing how to correctly bleed the air. I'm not going to get into that really. If you do get one of these gearboxes on and you're having trouble steering from one side to the other one, it's you really should call us first thing. There's some tips, but there's one important thing that comes with these: instruction sheet. Most of us don't like looking at instruction sheets. On a steering gear, if you'll look at that instruction sheet, it will properly tell you how to bleed the air and install these. And if you do have a problem, you need to call the tech support line that's on the instruction sheet, or you can call us here, our service department. You can call me, and we'll kind of go over a few things with you. But anyway, it's just a few very basic things that most everyone already knows, but sometimes we need to refresh your own memories. But anyway, again, Billy Medlock here, Bluegrass International off Exit 41 in London, Kentucky, right off I-75. Thanks for watching.